What's going on, guys? I'm SimpleSimon. I'm your comic book noob. Welcome to the NOOB Rebirth. Supanova weekend is over, and it was a real big deal for me and Mark. So we're going to talk about it. Let's do this. Alright, so I apologize for the lighting today. I forgot the power cable to my ring light, so we're gonna look horrible. Well, I'll look horrible. Mark always looks fantastic. So, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe if you want to help the channel out, and give this video a thumbs up. Now, Mark, come over here and say hi, Mark. Hang on! Hi, Mark! How was your weekend, mate? How was first convention in how long?
Oh, since because last year's, I didn't go last year, so the year before, so 2019.
So it's been a while.
To be honest, I did like it. I like the atmosphere, you know. But let's take away that the comic book thing. I was a bit disappointed there wasn't more toys, you know, like toy stores.
Look, it was
toy retailers, or yeah, that's what I was disappointed about. But with the comic book thing, yeah, there was heaps, man. There was heaps going on with the art, and I think so.
As far as comic books, though, there was only about 3 stores. But I think.
Look, do that again. What was that? What does that mean?
That's hunting.
What does that mean?
It's hunting.
Oh, hunting. Oh, it's the hunting emoji.
The hunting, yeah.
Because that's keyboard as well.
I was a lot smaller this year because obviously there were a lot. So I spoke to Scotty. I actually had an interview with him.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I don't think we spoke about this in the interview, but he was just saying that there were a lot of vendors, like the big vendors, like Pop Culture wasn't there for the first time. And it wasn't that they didn't want to be there, but it was more that they had a lot of staff that weren't quite ready to jump into that sort of environment just yet. Which is fair enough. And obviously there wasn't really as many international people coming in this time around. No. So it was really...
I think it was short notice too, because there's a lot of internationals here in Australia as well.
Yes.
Like filming movies and stuff, so they could have got the internationals really. But obviously scheduling and short notice, yeah, makes a big difference.
So obviously we had the panel.
Come on up, welcome Simon and Mark.
We had the panel.
And the weeks leading up to it was stressful for me.
For you?
For me. I was not nervous at all.
Couldn't tell, you see the promos, you couldn't tell.
I wasn't nervous at all. It was more stress that I just wanted to go right. I just wanted to know all the information, you know, that we needed to know. And my emails just kept going through to my junk. So I got told about the panel and the information and all that stuff and didn't read it till like a week after the fact. And I'm just like, oh my God, they're like, we need all this stuff by this date. And I'm like, oh, that was yesterday. I felt very unorganized and I just wanted everything to go well. But how do you think of it, mate?
I think it went well. I think you know, referring to me as the golden age, that was a highlight.
I think the panel was recorded. I didn't record it myself, so Supanova recorded it, but they said it's not going to I'm probably not going to get the footage till about July, I think they said, because they've obviously got a lot of other conventions to do, but that will come out at a later date. If you guys want to check it out though, we did film it live on my Instagram, so you can see it there.
How excited were you though, like on stage, you know, you have a look at the photos with the Supanova backdrop, you know.
How good was that?
How cool was that?
I was like, wow.
Good feeling, isn't it?
Because so Supanova made a post and they had like the David Wenham and Miranda Otto, and you're swiping across and all of a sudden there's me and Mark standing on stage. I was like, what is this world we're living in? And that's who we were up against. So we were the first panel on the second day. And we were up against Miranda Otto and David Wenham.
On stage as well, so
yes.
They were on stage doing a Q&A, and we were, us two were on stage competing with that.
But it was cool though, like obviously we did the giveaways, we got to interview our winner afterwards, that was perfect as well.
That was cool, that was like perfect timing.
Yeah, so was there anything that excited you while you were there?
Personally, from my side, I was looking forward to some of the toy vendors, and they weren't there, and that was disappointing for me. But from a comic book point of view, from the big city comics point of view, yeah, I was very happy with it. There was a lot of cosplays which I loved, even though most of the cosplayers don't probably read comics, but to see them, you know, cosplaying as comic book characters is awesome to me.
I beg to differ.
Because to me, it's good that the culture's growing.
A lot of the cosplayers I interviewed as soon as they mention like a slight hint of them reading comic books, I would ask them, do you read comic books?
Yeah.
You do? That's perfect. So you're into comic books?
Yes, a lot. It's my main thing.
That is excellent.
Saw some really good Supermans. Didn't see a lot of Batman. Like, this is on the second day that I was there. I saw a Chewbacca, which was absolutely unbelievable. Like, his mouth moved and everything. I mean, he was huge. He was so tall.
Yeah, I saw it. I just saw it from behind there. I didn't actually.
God, I was waiting. I was looking at him, waiting for his mouth to move, and it was just amazing. And he was talking right through. It was really good. The Darth Vader we saw was awesome.
The Star Wars presence was very strong.
Yeah, the Mandalorian Club was there, and that was awesome to see. I've never seen that in Australia. I've always seen it in the States. You go to the States and they're always walking around in groups, but to see it in Australia, that was great.
Yeah, so usually Supanova is over 2 buildings plus an outdoor area, and really they squeezed all of that into the one building this year. So
yeah,
a lot of stuff. You could feel pop culture absence as soon as you walked in, because normally they're the big giant thing right at the front. So it definitely was very different, but for me, I think because of the whole experience of us doing the panel, me being there for both days, meeting all these people, it was probably my favorite convention.
Well, now you're obviously your notoriety has grown too, and your confidence has grown too in approaching people and asking questions. So I think you're more comfortable doing that. So you enjoyed it more, I think.
I'm still not a confident person in approaching people. So there was a lot of people that I wanted to interview, but I didn't, like, I kind of hesitate. Like, I go up like, I didn't want to drag people away from their groups, or if they're on the phone and all that sort of stuff. Like, there'd be a big group of cosplayers. I didn't want to go, hey, can I interview you about your cosplay, but not you guys? You know what I mean? So little things like that.
What a guy. What a guy.
So yeah, I did miss a few opportunities there. You're not really, I mean, you do some smaller conventions, but would you ever consider the bigger ones? Is that something in the future?
Not as long as I've got the store,
really?
To be honest. My priority is the store, the costs that go along with it. I don't have that much to sell, to be honest, like apart from comic books, because that's what I traditionally am, a comic book store, not a toy store or anything like that. If I ever went off a store and just went if I ever went out of a bricks and mortar type store and I just went online, or that's what I would do, conventions, I'd hit them much harder, yeah. But as long as I've got a store, I probably would never do that.
The comics were actually really good. Like, going through the boxes there, I was like, wow. The only problem was I showed up to this convention with pretty much no money. I spent more money on parking than anything else.
I spent more money on food.
Yeah, I bought one comic book. I bought Killaroo off Darren Close because I interviewed him. I got him to sign the book. This video is going to come out weeks after all my Supanova videos have come out, because I've got so much stuff to catch up on. But I got my Tom Taylor interview.
Yeah, you did? Oh, good.
It was very cool. He's such a cool dude. He's so funny.
He is.
He's very, very cool.
I didn't even realise he did any Star Wars books, but he did. He did a Star Wars book.
Really?
Yeah. One of the Age of Resistance books, I think. I can't remember which one, but yeah, I was surprised. I did not realise he did that. He's a good writer. He's getting around, and that's good. That's good for a writer.
I guess with the way things are going, what do you think the future of conventions is?
Like I said in the talk, and like I've always said, we are a community. Pop culture people are a community. Whether you read comics, whether you collect pops, whether you cosplay, it is absolute a community built on the bones of old schoolers like myself and other old schoolers who have gone through the sort of like the hard yards of building the pop culture, making it interesting, I suppose. Like, keep pushing, keep collecting, keep buying. Finally someone took notice, and there's this great source material. Why don't we use it? There is definitely a long future, wide future, whether it be online, because of the world current situation, or whether it be in person. So 100%.
Nothing beats being there though, right?
Of course not.
Everyone I asked, I was like, what are you looking forward to most today? Every single person said, just seeing my friends, my old friends that I only see at these conventions.
Yeah.
So if we were to get a panel next year, what are we going to talk about?
I don't know. Well, it's hard to say what we would talk about now, but who knows what would happen from now till then. Movies more maybe.
Well, we had to do a 50-minute panel, and it didn't go as quick as I thought, but at the same time wasn't. It didn't
You moved it along pretty well. I think you did pretty
but
well.
I think I don't know if Scott's going to say this, but if we get another panel next year, we might have to put in for an hour and 40 minutes if this guy's going to come along.
No, but I think we should do more Q&A.
Yeah, definitely more Q&A because that was fun. I was surprised that the reason I didn't have Q&A on my little schedule thing was because I didn't think anyone was going to bloody ask any questions. But we actually got quite a few Q&As and there were some good questions asked.
But when, you're really stuck on like trying to finish a series, but there's just so many other series screaming at you, do you usually stay on that one or do you try to go between them?
Well, I always knew we were going to get questions because if we were telling people, if we were discussing, new readers, there are going to be new readers out there who are going to ask questions from from the subjects that we were talking about. That sort of thing. So I always knew we were going to have questions.
I don't know. I had a super fun week.
Same thing, man.
To be honest, man, like I couldn't have done the panel without you, man. So
thanks, man. Yeah, I'm Batman, he's Robin.
Hey! Alright guys, that is all we have for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, what do they have to do, Mark?
Subscribe! And, I don't know, say hello. Hi, Mark! Oh, thumbs up! Yeah!
Let us know in the comments if you guys missed conventions or if you were at Supanova. Let us know some of your experiences. We'd love to hear them. And say bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark!
See you next time, guys. Keep it simple. I didn't get to look at really any store.
But that helped you because you had no money.
That is true. That is true.
I didn't feel like just diving into a guy's store and going through all these comics to see if he had stuff that I was looking for. I just wasn't in the mood.
You still collect comics, Mike? I know, just serious question.
Yeah, of course.
In the section below, let us know.
Let me know how good my guns are. That's what you do. Isn't that what you were going to say?
I wasn't going to say that at all. I was going to say, let us know how much you miss conventions, or if you did go to Supernova.
Or how good looking I am.
It's all about you, mate.
Sorry, I got distracted.